partnership of Krajicek and Pegula actually started in 2021. Austin Krajicek was in the lunchroom at the Cincinnati tournament and asked her, hey, do you want to play mixed? And she was like, sure, why not? So they ended up making the semis of the US Open that year in 2021. Then they went 2-5 after that.
Well, I was about to say, they didn't find success really after that.
Yep. But they get along. They just get along so well together off court. You know, they'll have lunch together in the players' lounge, dinner.
15 all.
They really playing the Olympics. They got extra chemistry as well there.
That's there.
Yeah, Austin Krajicek got through a very tough match yesterday with his partner Ivan Dodik. They played Tsitsipas brothers, got through in 3 sets. You see the hands from all 4 players here. Jamie Murray is always moving forward, never moving back. The US Open courts are playing medium to fast pace, so if you hit a slider serve, it's actually sliding really well for you. So Austin Krajicek able to jam Bethany Mattek-Sands in that forehand, and when she's moving to her left, it's going to be difficult for her to go inside out with that one. Yeah, a lot of times in mixed doubles, you try to go more in maybe the female than that if you're the male player, because you try to go there with a lot of pace. Jamie Murray doesn't necessarily have that pace to beat the female player, but what he does have are the touch, the drop shots, the lobs to make you feel uncomfortable.
And the hold for the top seeds to start things off in the second round mixed doubles match on Grandstand.
Yeah, Krajicek and Pegula, they ended up warming up today at 11:30. I was able to speak with Austin and his coach Philip Farmer before that warm-up, and they ended up warming up for about an hour. Jessica Pegula and Krajicek, and they just like to warm up a little bit longer. They like to hit a few extra balls. That way you go into the match feeling like you've seen the weather that day, how fast the ball's moving through the air. As you see Philip Farmer in the Fila shirt and David Witt to his left in the black shirt, the coach of Jessica Pegula.
When mixed doubles teams warm up, do they warm up together?
Yeah, absolutely.
Jamie Murray to serve.
Of course, Jessica Pegula is still in the singles draw and the doubles draw as well. Her partnership with Coco Gauff, one of the best women's doubles teams in the world. What a great relationship between the two of them, the up-and-coming, much younger Coco Gauff and Jessica Pegula. And Pegula seems very at ease with her position in all of it as the higher-ranked player, but in a lot of ways, the less hyped player. If she uses that as a chip, she doesn't let anyone know.
Yeah, Pegula and Gauff are currently the number 2 ranked team in the world, and it's a great dynamic for them because Pegula brings the experience and Coco brings the young athleticism, firepower. So a great matchup between the two. also what Pegula brings that Coco Gauff and Pegula partnership is just the calmness, you know, just the belief that they are the best and they can get through matches. I've seen a lot of matches where they've lost the first set and then come back and won in 3, and they just kind of feel like they're always going to get it done and find a way.
Can't handle the second serve.
14-15.
Going hard into the body from Jamie Murray, and points now for 1-all. Bethany Mattek-Sands with her undeniable style. Doing there.
Mattek-Sands.
I've never really seen anyone at the I formation hold the racket there like a frying pan. Her hand was kind of wide open with the racket. That'll be interesting. Maybe I might have to text her and ask her about that.
I was wondering.
Interesting ready position.
Jessica Pegula serve.
If you're going to knock off a poach with the edge of her frame.
Yeah, maybe.
Degree of difficulty.
Just trying new shots.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of that. Just the communicating between both teams is going to be perfect. It's one thing in doubles. You always want to make sure you're saying yours, I got it, switch. No matter how easy the ball is, the communication has to be there.
By the way, that's the beauty of the lefty-righty, because the lob went up over Bethany Mattek-Sands. Normally that'd be a problem, but with Jamie being a lefty, he's able to flick it down. Big body serve from Pegula.
Yeah, and I think that's the progression that we've seen from Pegula over the last years with her serving patterns. She has a natural slice on her serve. So on the deuce side, she likes to go wide, add more T. But now she's going to those opposite directions as well with just the same amount of pace.
Magnificent timing from Jessica Pegula, picking that backhand clean out of the air.
Yeah, and that's a shot that a lot of players should practice more of, is that swinging backhand volley. Because if she would go for a natural backhand volley, the point would have been neutral. But because she's swung, they were in the offensive position.
Great hands from Krajicek, and hold it low
Krajicek, 2 games to 1
for the #1 seeds. And she'll step to the line as she
Bethany
goes over
Mattek-Sands
some
to serve.
strategy with Jamie Murray.
Yeah, Austin's going to try to keep Jamie Murray to hold that down the line position. He knows Jamie's going to look to be poaching quite a lot. So early on in this match, you want to return down the line, try to keep Jamie honest.
Before I even ask the question, because it looks so much like Austin decided even before the serve that no matter what, I'm going down the line with this first return. Do you think maybe that was just, and you actually answered the question, just put it there so Jamie knows in the back of his mind, right?
Yeah, you start early with that down the line return just to try to keep that net player there. Also, so much of mixed doubles and doubles in general is just picking your spot on the return, not looking at the net player and just saying, you know what, if I get a forehand, I'll go cross court, backhand down the line, and just pick your spot beforehand, and then you'll hit a bigger, much more powerful shot.
Touch. Again, Mattek-Sands Murray.
All right,
2
playing to form
games
right
all.
now, 2 games all. First set. Hey, make sure that you're downloading the US Open app. You got another week of this, and we're going to be following all the actions from your favorite players, tracking the latest score stats, match highlights, player news, and all so much more. You can listen to US Open Radio on the app as well. It's the US Open app. It's in the App Store and the Google Play Store.
Love, 15.
Smart shot there from Austin Krajicek
15.
going through the middle. I kind of thought Jamie Murray was going to try to pinch the middle here. He definitely wants to try to take over, but so far Austin Krajicek has been able to keep him honest by going down the line. That's why Jamie didn't move there.
Yep, that's exactly what you were talking about with Jamie Murray. Not power. We're talking about placement. In fact, the lack of speed did him wonders.
Yeah, and when I was playing Jamie Murray, I typically like to serve to the backhand because then he couldn't hit and come in. If you serve to the forehand, that's when he can slice it and bum rush the net, and that's when he's much more comfortable coming forward.
That was really impressive. It was a little bunt, and he hit it so slowly that he was inside the service line by the time his ball got across the net.
Yeah, and it's easier for Jamie Murray to do that on the second serve especially. That's where he can bunt and rush.
Video.
A lot of second serves. It's good to go to his backhand. Then he hits it and has to stay back at the baseline. And you make him generate from there. The baseline is not where he wants to be. He chips that forehand quite often.
Oh.
Big shot from Austin Krajicek. Did a great job of getting behind that ball. That's what helped him generate the pace. Once again, communication on point.
Nice big first serve.
Pegula, Krajicek.
Nothing but holds so far to start things out on Grandstand. The level is high. It's 3-2 to the #1 seeds. And it is Jamie Murray, former world #1 men's doubles player, to serve at 2-3 in the first.
Yeah, Jamie Murray doesn't normally go for a lot of pace even on the first serve. He tries to use the spin.
Pegula is challenging the call whether Mattek-Sands reached over the net to play the ball or not.
We are getting a look at video replay. And I sound excited. It's only because I haven't had a chance to do it just yet.
Me neither. This will be the first time. I think she did reach over.
And this is a replayable call. So here the chair umpire, Nico Hellworth, is going to put the headset on. There is a team looking at the videos on site who are used to looking at replays in other sports. They're joined by referees from the tennis world, at the US Open referees, and together they're going to look to see if Bethany Mattek-Sands broke the plane of the net, which would then lose her team the point. And to my knowledge, this is the first video replay we've seen on Grandstand, and maybe at the US Open. I'd have to confirm that, Nick, but
yeah, I think this is the first time that I've heard of it, about trying to see if this racket went over the net.
My first time hearing about it too.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean it hasn't happened, but it's actually kind of exciting because this is new. It's only for the main show courts this season, and of course Grandstand's one of them, the third largest venue here at the National Tennis Center.
I think they're moving on here.
The chair umpire is supposed to explain the ruling.
Oh, there we go.
In clear terms, he's got now the chair umpire, Nico Hellworth, he's now looking at the video that the checkers are looking at. Video review has come to Major Tennis, and here's one angle. What we really need is the side angle. The net cam. I'm going to go out on a limb. You can't make a decision based on this.
Well, I think she did reach over, at least from what I can see there. But again, we're not right on the angle of the net. But
I keep that one for me. I can't see whether she really reaches. That's the only angle they have the best one they set.
We keep the full set. We were talking about. Oh, wow.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Angle didn't show you the depth.
there's no conclusive evidence that Mattek-Sands reached over the net to play that ball.
Yeah, that's
so the
called
chair's
Sands.
angle when it happened is probably
15 left.
It's probably the best call. And if he didn't call it in the moment, he can't go back and call it on his own. And the video was inconclusive, so point to Murray Mattek-Sands.
Out. 30 left.
Yeah, and that's again Austin Krajicek just picking
40
his
left.
spot there on that second serve return. He knows that Bethany likes to move as well. They're a team that likes to poach, be active. So that's one thing Coach Philip Farmer said they were going to do, hit a lot of down the line returns early on in this match, and they're sticking to it.
Again,
Beautiful ace out wide.
Mattek-Sands. 3 games on for set.
For the team of Mattek-Sands and Murray, and it's 3-all.
And for Jamie Murray, you want to take away that wide serve from Jessica Pegula. You know, it's going to go wider body for the most part. And even if when she goes tee, it still kind of slides into him.
The seam in between Mattek-Sands and Murray.
Yeah, that's always the play in doubles. You try to find the middle of the court, find the space in the opening. That's Mattek-Sands' ball. She would have had a forehand volley. And for Pegula, she's got to be seeing the ball like a basketball. She's been playing singles, doubles, mixed. Been playing so many matches on these courts. Never seems to get tired. The Energizer Bunny, Jessica Pegula.
And it is for Pegula down the tee.
Pegula, Krajicek. New balls, please.
For a 4-3 lead in the first.
Pegula, Krajicek lead 4 games to 3 for set.
Just when it looked like Pegula and Krajicek were going to get out to an early lead in this return game, Mattek-Sands had one more reply.
Yeah, and there we saw the husband of Bethany Mattek-Sands, Justin Sands, and Louis Caillé. He's helping them in the doubles. Louis helps all the British teams. Jamie Murray probably will never really miss that volley. He was on top of the net, but it was such a great return. It was low to the net from Jessica Pegula, a lot of pace on it. They know if they are going to go cross court, they got to get it pretty wide, or else Jamie Murray's going to be all over it. Yeah, that's the only tricky part, is if you go down the line, it's got to be with good pace, because if it's not, Jamie Murray is just too good at the net, and he's going to knock it off every single time.
Forty 15.
A deciding point yet in this first set. Through 2 rounds of service games, it's 4-all.
Yeah, both teams have only lost 1 point on their first serve. Pegula and Krajicek 13 of 14. Mattek-Sands and Murray 12 and 13. So very high quality serving.
I mean, heck, Mattek-Sands and Murray have only lost 1 point on their second serve. They're just dominating their service games.
God, I wish I was born a lefty. I mean, that is just so nasty from Krajicek. Such great spin. You just don't see it that often, you know. And then when you play a guy like Austin Krajicek, you're in trouble. Once again, the Texas A&M Aggie doing his thing out here.
6-time All-American in College Station. Thankful every time I pick up a tennis racket that I'm lefty.
In the men's doubles as well. He's playing with Nate Lamons. They'll be playing Koolhoff and Skupski in the 3rd round.
That would be the #1 seeds in the men's draw.
Again. Pegula.
We've reached the business end of the first set on Grandstand. Jamie Murray serving at 4-5 in the first set for his team against Jessica Pegula and Austin Krajicek, the #1 seeds in the mixed doubles draw. Start that service game again. This team of Mattek-Sands and Murray has been utterly dominant, winning all but 1 of their first serve points in play and all but 1 of their second serve points in play. They've given up a total of 2 points on serve so far in this first set.
Both lefties really using the speed of the court. As I said, it's a medium to fast court, but with the new balls, the ball is moving quick if you get enough slice on it. Jamie Murray serving is how fast he gets to the service line for the first volley. After he hits the serve, his first 2 steps are some of the fastest in the game. It's very similar to Patrick Rafter when he used to play. He would get inside that service box to make that first volley, and that's where you want to be.
He's been
40
under all match long at 30 all.
Jessica Pegula is just putting on a return clinic, getting so many returns back in court. Austin Krajicek cleaning up. The dynamic duo.
$40-30.
Great athleticism from Mattek-Sands to get back for that overhead and then to try to dip that forehand, get it low on Pegula's volley. You're seeing some of the best doubles players in the world here competing. That volley was trickier than actually it looked, because he thought Murray was going to lob off of this backhand. When he went for the slice grip, he thought he was going to lob. Austin actually took a step back and then had to come back forward to get that ball that was dropping below the net. Impressive.
Not only that, but Murray noticed that he was actually in that split second of duress and moved forward.
Yep.
Hoping to cut something off. And Krajicek had the wherewithal actually to push it deep and behind him. It only landed like 4 inches next to his foot. But Murray was in no position to even make a move at it.
Well, yeah, you don't want to drop volley Murray, because if he comes to the net, that's where he wants to be. You want to keep him at the baseline.
It's the recognition in that split second.
And that's the serve that I like from Pegula. Just serving out to the backhand, not letting Murray be able to hit and come in. When he hits that backhand return, he never tries to bump and come in. He hits, and then he's at the baseline, and then he can be in trouble.
Well, the master class there.
Pegula 6 games to 5.
6-5 in the first. 5-6, Bethany Mattek-Sands. Serving to stay in the first, looking to force a tiebreak here on Grandstand.
Yeah, Mattek-Sands does love that forehand down the line dipper. So if you're Pegula, you got to get closer to the net, knowing it's going to come to her. Mattek-Sands is not going to hit a lot of balls to Krajicek. He's going to try to make Pegula come up with the goods. Jamie Murray's racket never goes behind him. That thing stays out in front of him like a wand. He's got some YouTube videos as well about the volley. If you want to check out how to keep that racket out in front, does Jamie Murray.
He was impenetrable there. Krajicek got that one.
Even though some of the returns down the line didn't quite work, he's sticking to it. And again, that one had better pace on it. Great strike.
$40-15.
Pegula had that one lined up. She hit it clean, but just put a little bit too much air under it. Points now to force a first set tiebreak. Well, not so fast.
40-30.
At some point, he's going to have Jamie Murray creeping over to his left to cover that line. That's twice in a row now. And he's cracked a forehand into the alley for a winner.
Again, Mattek-Sands, 6 games over.
Coming through once again.
First set tiebreak.
And here we go, first set tiebreak. It's a great example of how the net person can help hold serve.
Yeah, doubles is all about moving without the ball, and even if you're not going to poach, just making that little jab step of a fake just to try to take your opponent's eye off the ball. That's the key.
Oh, Austin Krajicek lost his footing. Just a little misstep. And that's a clean winner. One of the slowest you'll see.
1-0.
Point.
That just happens when you're too quick. I mean, he was coming in, he was too quick. Footwork got a little adjusted. But hey, got to move on to the next point.
In Texas, they would call his feet went cattywampus on him there.
Oh, we got to give him a hard time about that one later. Jamie Murray is going to make sure that he makes first serves these 2 points.
Mattek-Sands, Murray.
Before in doubles, focuses on the first serve and the first volley. That's the key to a winning team.
Forced the error.
2-1. Mattek-Sands, Murray.
Yeah, they were trying to ice Jamie Murray there and hit every ball to Mattek-Sands if they could.
And it worked. And we're back on serve here in the first set tiebreak. Return points in general have been hard to come by in this match.
2-0.
And the level's just been extraordinarily high on both sides of the net.
Pegula, Krajicek.
The top seeds coming out on top in that one. Mattek-Sands put one a little bit too high, and Austin Krajicek took control.
Pegula is out of her strike zone. She is an absolute sniper on the return. She stays down low through those returns. Quick racket head speed.
Mattek-Sands and Murray up against it now. 2-4 first set tiebreak. They had the first mini break, but right now it's the #1 seeds who hold this
Pegula, Krajicek.
tiebreaker in their hands. Austin Krajicek will have 2 serves at 4-3, looking to give his team 3 set points, perhaps, if he wins them both. And a lot of smiles between those two. I gotta think that mixed doubles at the majors, you have more friends teams than you do it like around the world. It's a business proposition for most of the year, right?
Yeah, I mean, look, that's what makes Pegula and Krajicek so good, is that they've been playing together now. I believe, what is it now? About 8 slams. So it's great that they've stuck together. At a lot of the slams, it kind of becomes a friend thing. Just want to play with their friends to get in.
First 2 will be on the return side, with Jamie Murray serving down set point. And I imagine the flip side too is almost like the Murray Mattek-Sands team, where they might be friends, but they're also just 2 tremendous doubles players.
Oh no, absolutely. Pretty much everyone on the tour, all friends and all close. Everyone's trying to be the best at their craft. Pegula and Krajicek, another set point here.
And Jamie Murray does his part. Mattek-Sands and Murray, they beat Marcelo Melo and Pegula in the first round. Talking about 2 tremendous doubles players teaming up for mixed. And that was in 3, 7-6, love 6, 10-4 in the match tie break. First set point opportunity. It's on the Jessica Pegula serve at 6-5.
Game and first set.
Took his 1.
Pegula, Krajicek. 7 games to 6.
Set in a tiebreak. A set away from the quarterfinals in the mixed doubles. In the third set, excuse me, the 4th set of their match. As we start set number 2, Russ Taylor, Nick Monroe.
15
with you here today. And the first set went to the #1 seed, and really not a whole lot between these two in the first set at all.
No, but it's been a great job by Krajicek, using a little bit of some lobs, some down the line returns, just creating a lot of confusion for the opponent off that return.
left. $30-15.
The second double fault of the match for Mattek-Sands and Murray.
It seems like this match is being played on a razor's edge, and every little mistake can be magnified. It's still 30-15. Both teams have been just so clean that any mistake stands out, and now Jessica Pegula, who's been returning spectacularly, has a look at a second serve. And there is another return at the toes by Jessica Pegula.
Yeah, and you saw Austin Krajicek immediately running in once he saw that that return was going to get low. And he took an aggressive position here, moving forward at the net. He knew Murray would try to go through the middle. And then again, just getting it away from Murray as fast as you can. He's definitely the better volleyer of the two, although Mattek-Sands is impeccable at the net as well.
Hands from Jamie Murray. Just spectacular. A little sorry, not sorry. Maybe didn't catch it clean. But it was a perfect finish.
Yeah, that's where you got to get the ball away from Jamie Murray. Jessica Pegula, you got to find a way to go short cross court. Find Mattek-Sands, because Murray is not going to miss that volley.
Again, Mattek-Sands, Murray.
So Murray withstands a little bit of trouble, but hangs on. Opening game, second set. Bethany Mattek-Sands and Murray, champions of the mixed doubles here in 2018 and 2019. So they know what it's like to get to the finish line and lift that hardware.
As we see Justin Sands in the pink reddish shirt and the hat on. That is the husband of Bethany Mattek-Sands.
Former American football player, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
You say football on the world feed, it could mean, you know, several different things. Need to
say American football. I got it.
Well, if anyone showed up in a soccer field looking like that, people would run for cover. Big dude.
That's where Jamie Murray can get in trouble, when he has to hit a second ball forehand from the baseline, because he doesn't have a natural topspin swing. Actually, when he played in juniors, he did come over the ball naturally, but then in doubles he started realizing that the chip was a great shot, and then he kind of got away from using topspin, and that's where he just doesn't have enough pace on that second ball. So if you can find him with the baseline, that's where you go.
Oh, just deep. Mattek-Sands had a good look at that too. Jamie Murray, I don't know if he actually has it, but the way he swung at that forehand in the first point, it looked like he almost was playing with a continental grip.
Yeah.
Like he couldn't literally get over the ball.
No, he naturally doesn't have a topspin forehand, so that's why his slice is so good.
(30-15). (40-15).
Yeah, great movement there from Mattek-Sands. The ball got down on Krajicek, and she knew it was going to be difficult for him to go down the line with any kind of pace. So that's why she took over the middle of the court.
Now we're seeing both teams, both guys especially, struggle in their first service games in ways that we didn't really see in the first set. Being displayed out there.
Yeah, and I like the fact that Pegula got as close to the net as she could right here on this. She made that backhand volley and then got tighter because she knew the ball was going to come to her. Just wanted to make no mistake to be aggressive with the volley.
15 left.
What a get by Pegula.
Yeah, that's what comes from playing as much
15
tennis
all.
as she does. The singles, the doubles, the mixed doubles, and being able to recognize when her opponent's going to use that lob when they're falling back. And look at that off the ball movement from Austin Krajicek. He just gave a double fake there to get the mistake.
We only caught the back end of the sky hook from Jessie, who's moving backwards to the ball. And a lead now for the #1 seeds on the Mattek-Sands Murray serve.
15-30.
Yeah, and that was the game plan. They want to try to keep Jamie Murray from moving, so they want to use those down the line returns. Just overcooked it.
That was a big moment. 15-30 second serve. Pegula had the down the line return lined up. She couldn't get it to fall in. It's 30 all.
Touch.
That was a heck of a volley from
14,
Jamie
30.
Murray. Austin Krajicek cracked that down the line.
Yeah, and that's where Pegula's got to get in the middle faster. If she knows that Krajicek's going to go down the line with the return, if she can get in the middle quicker, then she'd have a better chance at that ball.
Does she know he's going down the line?
I think they've communicated that beforehand. That's where communication is so key.
And that's a good thing for everybody watching to know. Communication on both sides of the net, not just the server. Too much heat on that.
Yes.
Yeah, you don't see Jamie Murray miss that one normally, but that was a lot of heat from
Deciding point.
the Pegula racket.
And we got our first deciding point. It's a big one indeed. Man to man, woman to woman. So Bethany Mattek-Sands serving to Jessica Pegula. This is game point for both. Break point as well for the #1 seeds. Does she dare go down the line again?
Mattek-Sands Murray. New balls, please.
And the hold for 2-1.
Mattek-Sands Murray lead 2-1. Second set, first set, Pegula Krajicek.
On serve, early stages, and we just had ourselves our first deciding point. Things are tightening, which is a weird thing to say in a match that was 7-6 in the first set. But now the service games are starting to become more of a chore. Jessica Pegula to serve.
Nasty from Jamie
Lovely
Murray.
thing.
When Jamie's in the middle of the court, that's when Krajicek tried to pinch the middle. But Jamie's just such a veteran. He knew that that down the line would be open because of that.
15-0.
I just love to see the smiles from Krajicek and Pegula. They have so much fun out there together.
Actually, a pretty miraculous volley from Jamie Murray there.
Well, he was so close to the net that I was going to go over somehow.
And again,
15-30.
finding the alley.
Yeah, and again, when he has that continental grip and he goes with the slice, he can either go short slice back in cross court, he can go down the line, or he can lob you. So as a net player, you really just have to be ready for all options. Austin Krajicek getting tripped up once again.
The team of Mattek-Sands and Murray, after they fended off a deciding point in the 1-1 game, they'll have 3 breakpoint opportunities if they need them now. It's 15-40 on the Pegula serve. Potentially pivotal moment.
Mattek-Sands Murray, 3-1 second set.
To the team of Murray and Bethany Mattek-Sands.
Yeah, that was a clean strike from Jamie Murray. Tried to put a little bit extra on that backhand.
And USOpen.org is your online home for point-by-point live scoring, highlights, real-time stats, and draws. You can visit the official tournament site at USOpen.org.
That ball just clipped the baseline. 2 shots there that just clipped the baseline, and Jamie Murray was trying to wait on the electronic line calling to call it out. But that's where you got to play every ball. Points never over.
Trying to get this break right back at love 30.
Love 30.
Jamie Murray's done a great job of trying to handcuff Jessica Pegula on the returns, because if she gets her arms outstretched, she's able to get it down nice and low. But the little hot dog there from Mattek-Sands, she was hoping that that would be a Sports Center top 10.
Into the body of Austin Krajicek,
15-30.
Again, it's not always about the pace. It can also be more about the location. And then you use your spins to set up your net player.
Of course, as a lefty, it's coming the other way than Krajicek might be used to seeing.
Yep.
Lefty to lefty's hard on the other lefty too. That's the second time Pegula's used the chip lob over the backhand of Murray. They kept her in points.
You got to love it where
15-14.
Krajicek said "new." She said, "I got it," and then Krajicek still hit it, even though. So all signs pointed to Jessica hitting it, but then Austin actually took it.
And 3 break point opportunities now for Pegula and Krajicek to get right back on serve in the second set. Went right back to the lob over Mattek-Sands. after she missed the last overhead. Not a bad
30,
play.
40.
Yeah, and you get tired having to go back for overheads and then come back forward. That becomes tiring. So even if you lose the point where you don't hit a great enough lob or they get back for it, the more you keep doing it, the more tired your opponent's going to get.
Still 2 more chances to break should they need it. This is 30-40. Murray serving to Pegula. That is well done by Jamie Murray, realizing quickly that Mattek-Sands wasn't going to be able to get to it.
Yeah, Mattek-Sands said, I'm too short for
Deciding point.
that. Thanks for covering me there, partner.
Deciding point now, it'll be Murray serving to Krajicek. And a hold for 4-1. We are here on day 7. It's Labor Day Sunday. Russ Thaler and Nick Monroe on Grandstand. As the #1 seeds, Jessica Pegula and Austin Krajicek took the first set in the tiebreak, but it's Bethany Mattek-Sands and Jamie Murray leading 4-1 in the second. This is Austin Krajicek, who is, as of the live rankings, the #1 ranked men's doubles player in the world, serving in the near court. This second set's really been more about the unseeded team.
15.
Former #1s, Bethany Mattek-Sands and Jamie Murray.
Yeah, it's really been Jamie Murray just kind of taking over out there, really trying to take over the net. Any sort of lob that goes over Bethany Mattek-Sands, he's been on it. Yeah, Austin Krajicek got that #1 ranking for the first time when he won Roland Garros this year with Ivan Dodig. They actually had made the finals last year as well, and they had 3 match points, weren't able to get it, but then they came back this year and took the title.
How cool, by the way, for a guy at the age of 33 to achieve #1 in the world for the first time.
Yeah, and it just, again, a testament to his work ethic. The guy loves to be on the practice court, attending to his craft. His coach, Philip Farmer, was obviously there with him when he won it, and Philip was also with the Bryans 20 years before that when they won Roland Garros. They became co-#1s for the very first time. So then on the day, exact day, 20 years later, Austin Krajicek wins Roland Garros as well and becomes #1. So pretty crazy stuff. Jamie Murray hit a topspin forehand. I don't think I've seen that in years. I don't think he's hit one since he was 18. That had some power on it.
Got to bottle that somehow.
Yeah, that's the first time I've seen it. Wow, good hit. I got to talk to him about that.
Well done, Jamie.
Well done. I love it.
Yeah.
And Austin Krajicek
Pegula,
with an
Krajicek.
ace.
Mattek-Sands, Murray lead 4 games to 2 second set.
But Mattek-Sands and Murray still have the lead here at 4-2.
15 left.
Nothing you can do but give a little racket clap for that. And quickly out to a lead here at 4-2. Mattek-Sands and Murray trying to extend the advantage here in set number 2, ultimately looking to push this thing to a match tiebreak.
Thirty, 15.
From Jessica Pegula. Tremendous hands by Austin Krajicek just to keep his team in the point.
Yeah, Bethany Mattek-Sands wants to keep coming forward. Obviously in doubles, you want to keep attacking the net, but they have found that spot behind Mattek-Sands on the lob. It's worked to great effect throughout this match.
Forty, 30.
Two points for a 5-2 lead here. Mattek-Sands and Murray. And now 1 point away from either a 5-2 lead or being back on serve.
Deciding point.
We got a sliding doors situation here on grandstand right now on this deciding point. Mattek-Sands serving to Jessica Pegula. Off the big return,
Mattek-Sands Murray lead 4-3, second set.
We're back on serve at 3-4 in the second. At 3-4 in the second.
Yeah, Pegula again has just to get that break back. She returned so well, and Austin Krajicek was able to move on that very first ball, which is always the key off of a big return. Try to move early if you're the net player. It's tough to go down the line off that first shot, but Pegula needs to get a hold here. They are serving very well throughout this match, though. 78% first serve percentage for Pegula and Krajicek.
$30-15. $40-15. Again, Pegula, Krajicek. 4 against all, second set.
All right, here we go. Deep end second set, 4-all.
Yeah, and now if you're the returning team of Pegula and Krajicek, you got to know that Murray's been serving a lot of body serves here, so you want to make sure you give yourself a lot of space around the ball. Maybe back up one step as well, and you have more time to see it.
Enough.
Krajicek missed that chip lob return a little bit long, but that's clearly become part of the game plan.
Yeah, make Mattek-Sands have to get back, or Jamie Murray have to change positions to get it.
But since they changed the scoring to no ad scoring in the mixed doubles, have you seen teams change up the way men and women play? I would think before no ad, you'd want the stronger player in the ad court for the bigger points. Has that changed at all with no ad, or has it always been whoever's more comfortable on what side?
No, I think, you know, you pick the side that you're more comfortable on, which you naturally play with your doubles partner. You don't change your position very much.
That's too good.
You know, for Krajicek and Pegula, obviously having Austin on that do side gives him the forehand in the middle, along with Pegula's forehand in the middle.
Same thing for Murray and Mattek-Sands. They're
Exactly.
going lefty-righty forehands in the middle, which isn't always the case.
It isn't always the case, correct. But it just depends on what side you prefer to return on. Stick to your guns.
And this is a bit of a bounce-back game for the team of Mattek-Sands and Murray. They've lost the last two, having been broken back so close to a pretty big 5-2 lead and a chance to serve out the set. It's 4-all, 40-15.
Yeah, Mattek-Sands
holds for a 5-4 lead. By Krajicek will serve to stay in the second. 4-5 in the second. This is Austin Krajicek, officially ranked third in the world in men's doubles, but in the live rankings, he's ranked #1 in the world at this point.
Tribulations.
Another
tweeners. I mean, what is going on out here? Great tennis. That's a shot that not a lot of people practice, is that overhead from the baseline, and it's such a used shot. You end up using it probably, there's twice that point, but you end up using it 2 or 3 times in a match. So definitely a shot that juniors and players need to practice. It just keeps you on the offensive when you're able to hit an overhead from the baseline, as opposed to letting it settle to hit a forehand. If you hit an overhead, you're definitely still on the offensive.
Jamie Murray remarkably good at that. He's showing it off here. 15-all.
$15. $15.
reach of Pegula.
Yeah, and that's that variety that
40,
Murray's been bringing with that slice. He's been going short chip line, short chip cross, lob. So it just shows you can have great variety off the return. It doesn't always necessarily have to be a bullet cross court.
Another point for 5-all.
Again.
Ace down the tee.
Pegula, Krajicek.
6th of the match.
5 games old, second set.
Pegula and Krajicek combined. 5-all in the second.
Just not finishing that swing, kind of came up on it. He's telling himself to stay through it, stay aggressive. That was the one thing he said he learned from his first round doubles match here, where they ended up going 3 sets and got the win, which just wasn't aggressive enough in big situations.
Took advantage.
Yeah, it's tricky to move too early off a slow serve like this, especially with the way Pegula returns, and see how far she was inside that baseline. Took control. And that was interesting. That was kind of an abbreviated I formation. Bethany Mattek-Sands was still serving pretty close to that single sideline, and Jamie Murray was down in the I formation, so there was no way he was actually going to poach on that one. He was going to have to cover the line because Mattek-Sands wouldn't have been able to cover either.
She'd be moving to her backhand side too.
Yeah.
Another huge return from Jessica Pegula. You just get the sense if you can get Pegula 2 more returns in this game, they might be able to find a break.
Yep. There's a reason why she's 3 in the world in singles, 6 in the world in doubles. For my money, the best all-around player in the world.
Got to be one of, if not the cleanest ball striker out there.
Yep.
And the forehand return has really let Austin Krajicek down. 3 misses on the forehand return in this return game alone.
Yeah, and I think if he actually steps back and lets it settle and just takes a bigger cut at it instead of trying to hit and come in on that, that would be the play.
Just like what you said about Jamie Murray, keeping those hands out in front.
Deciding point.
Well, Austin does a good job. Look at where he's looking at. He's looking at Jamie Murray. He's not looking back at Pegula on the return. That's doubles 101. Don't watch your partner play. Look at the net player, see what they're doing, and that's why he was ready.
Deciding point now. Second straight return to the racket of Jessica Pegula.
Pegula Krajicek leads 6 games to 5. Second set and by 1 set to 0.
Serve for the match after they change hands on grandstand. We are down to the left in grandstand, and Jessica Pegula serving for the match for the #1 seeds. Pegula and Krajicek were down a break in this second set, broke back, and then just broke the Mattek-Sands serve and are 3 points away. Really getting a little bit of a taste of her own medicine. It was
Yeah, Mattek-Sands just taking a little bit of a bigger swing there. Didn't get out of her strike zone, Pegula.
(30-15).
promising first stab. Couldn't back it up.
30-all.
Things are getting tense here now. 6-5, 30 all. Interestingly enough, much like the last service game involving Bethany Mattek-Sands, it's the men who've been unable to get the returns to fall. And this time, a wayward return for Jamie Murray brings us to match point for Jessica Pegula and Austin Krajicek.
Thank you.
Deja vu.
Yeah, and that's exactly how you want to do it. When you make the return across court, you want to move on that first ball or the second ball. You don't want to let the server get into a rhythm from the baseline, but still another match point.
Let's preserve.
And it's also a deciding point. Mattek-Sands and Murray would send this second set to a tiebreak should they win this point. So much riding on this right here.
Game. Pegula, Krajicek. 2 sets to love. 7-6, 7-5.
Jessica Pegula and Austin Krajicek are straight set winners over Bethany Mattek-Sands and Jamie Murray, 7-6, 7-5. And they are into the next round of the mixed doubles draw at the US Open.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Jessica Pegula and Austin Krajicek.
What an amazing match there for Pegula and Krajicek. They served 81% first serve percentage.